Hello my fellow quilters, crafters, and sewers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm finally ready to do part 2 of the Stella Wallet. I'm so sorry about the delay. Things in life happen. Bad weather, going back to work, etc. But now let's have some fun. So we left off where we had our pocket piece, our lining piece, and our zipper pocket. So here's our lining piece. Here's the zipper pocket that we sewed on in the last part 1. So on this part, we have all of our pocket pieces. You have a large one, and then you have 5 smaller ones. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold all of those right sides together, and then they're going to make and I apologize that mine are already sewn together, but they're going to be they're going to look like tubes. So you're going to sew on that raw edge like the long way. You're going to sew those together. Once you do all that, turn them right side out and they're going to look like this. And I just happened to top stitch mine because I like a finished edge, but that is just something that is totally optional. If you're not comfortable with doing an edge stitch, like this, then you don't have to. Especially if it's like your first time or something and you're just not comfortable, or sometimes it is not always easy to sew straight. You know what I mean? So once you finish making your little tubes, you're going to take your upper pocket piece like this. In the pattern, it's called the upper pocket piece. You're going to take that, and then let me see if I can zoom a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to take our ruler like this, and we're going to use the 1/8 of an inch right here line, and you're going to place your ruler on your piece at the 1/8 of an inch mark, just like that. And then you're going to take one of your pocket pieces and you're going to lay it up against the ruler. Just like that. So let me zoom out so you can see. So you have your first piece laying on here just like that. And then we can move this guy. And then you're going to take your project to the machine, and then you're going to sew 1/4 of an inch on this bottom edge here. Just 1/4 of an inch from this edge. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay everyone, welcome back. So we have our first small pocket sewn to the upper pocket piece. We now have 4 more pieces to do, and we're like, oh man, how are all these pieces gonna fit on this little guy here? Well, let me show you. So you're gonna take, your ruler, whatever ruler you want. Then you're gonna measure 1/4 inch down from this top seam. So the top seam of your first small pocket. So then you're just going to take your ruler. Let me just see if I can zoom a little bit here. Okay. And then we're going to take the ruler and you do 1/4 inch from the top of that pocket, just like that. And then you're going to take your next piece, or piece number 2, and you're just going to line it up right there on the edge. And then you're going to do that for number 2, 3, and 4. So why don't you go ahead and do that, and then we'll do the last piece together. All right, welcome back. I hope everybody's feeling good. I just want to add in that if your pockets aren't perfectly spaced out, shh, it's a secret. Nobody knows except for you, so it's going to be just absolutely fine. So now we have this 5th piece, and we're like, where do we put this? So the 5th piece, you're going to line up with this bottom edge here, and you're just going to put it right down on there, and you're just going to sew right across the bottom at 1/4 of an inch seam. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll talk about our next step. All right, we're ready to move forward with our project here. So you should have your pocket upper pocket piece on the bottom, and then you should have your 5 small pocket pieces sewn to this upper pocket piece. The next step we're going to do is we want to make it so that when we go to use our wallet, we have divided spaces ready to put our credit card, debit card, gift card, whatever kind of business card or whatever you want in your wallet. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure 4.5 inches in from the side. So I'm going to put my ruler there just like that, at the 4.5 inch mark. And then I personally like to use these particular marking pens. In no way am I like trying to advertise anything or something like that, but I really like these iBody heat erasable pens. I just got them a while ago from Amazon, and I really love them because you can mark your fabric with it, and all you have to do is put the iron over it and it disappears like magic. So I'm just gonna mark my line so I can see where I'm stitching, just like this. And you can use whatever you want. You can use chalk, you can use your other disappearing ink pens, or you can mark it with a pin, or you can just eyeball it if that's how you do things. And that's it. So let's go ahead and stitch our line. And then I know it doesn't look even like from where you're looking at it, but it is. It's kind of a weird angle, I think. But let's go ahead and sew this line, and then we'll go to the next step. Hi everybody, welcome back. All right, so we have our pocket stitched down the middle. The next step is we need to attach this piece to the lining. So we have our lining piece. I used the template that came with the pattern, and I already rounded, you know, my edges to match my front piece. And then next step is what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to start down here, and we're going to use our ruler and measure 8 inches up. So 8 inches up is going to be right here. I'm just going to move that to the edge here. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay my piece here 8 inches. So just like this, or we can go like this and put it on the 8. Go like this, and we're at 8 inches. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to top stitch the bottom of the pocket. Now keep in mind your pockets should be facing up, because it's not going to help very much if you sew it upside down. Then you got to bust out your seam ripper, and nobody wants to do that. So our pockets are up. We're 8 inches from the bottom. So you're going to top stitch this bottom portion. Now it is kind of thick, so just, you know, go slow. And I adjust the tension on my presser foot because my machine does that. If yours does that, you can do that so it's not so tight. And then you're going to baste the sides of your pocket so that they're kind of in place for when you're going to put your two pieces together, the front and the back. So let's meet back here, go ahead and do that, and we'll see you in a moment. Hi everybody, welcome back. You know, I want to apologize because I had said, you know, previously that you want to measure 8 inches up and put your pocket there. That is still true. You do want to put the 8-inch mark at the bottom of your wallet, but you want the top piece of your wallet to be at the ruler, not the bottom piece of your wallet. That was my mistake. I hope nobody sewed theirs into place from what I said previously. I really apologize. I am definitely just like everybody else, and I am absolutely not perfect. So I'm just doing the best I can to show you how to, you know, put the wallet together. So I apologize. Let's just recycle here, and we're marking our wallet. The 8-inch line on the ruler here is at the bottom, and lay it down on your fabric. Your pockets are, the top of your pocket is at the top of your ruler. So then we're still going to top stitch the bottom edge of our pockets and baste the sides. So again, I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm so not perfect, but I want everyone's wallet to turn out the right way, so please forgive me, and let's go ahead and do our sewing and then meet back here. All right, welcome back. And once again, I'm so sorry about the confusion before. It's been a very long week. I'm sure you all can understand because you've had weeks like that before. All right, let's go to our next step. We want to install our snap, our magnetic snap. So on this part, I prefer to have the piece that is standing out. So like here's my magnetic snap. So this piece here is the part that I put on the inside of the wallet. So what I'm gonna do is, we want it in the center, correct? So I'm going to take my marking pen and I'm just gonna follow the line where I sewed it in the middle, because I know that that's like the center. So I'm just going to mark it like this. This is just how I do it. You can do it however you like, but this is just my preference. And then we're going to measure 1 1/8 inches down from the top. So we're going to take the ruler, and I got my 1 inch mark, my 1 1/8 inch mark here. So I'm just going to go to the top of my thing, and I'm just going to draw a crisscross here. So I have right there. Let me zoom in so you can see that, because I got a kind of a busy pattern here. So just like this, I have like, it looks like a little plus sign. So I know that that is the center of where my snap is going to go. So then I'm going to take my piece here, this piece, and it comes with 2 pieces. You've got this piece here that has like the little prongs on the back, and I'm sorry if that's blurry. And then you have the other piece that it looks like they use like recycled metal or something, that goes on the back. It goes like on here so that it holds it into your fabric. So before I cut anything or do anything, Cool Cat Creations calls for using your fusible fleece. So I just cut like a little piece like this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna like iron it, you know, onto the back of here. And then I'm going to, once I have that ironed on, or even now, I know where the center is. So I'm gonna take this piece and I'm just going to mark it here so that the center of the plus sign is in the little hole. So just like that. I know it's hard to see. Let me see if, I don't know if I can zoom any farther. Pull back a little here so you can see. So here's the plus sign. Here is the little piece. I'm going to put that little hole right over the top, just like that. And then I'm just going to take my pen and I'm going to mark those little sides. Just like that. Because then you're going to know, like, I know it's hard for you to see, but you can do that at home. Then you're going to know where you need to use a scissor or whatever tool you prefer to use to put holes in there so that you can put the little prongs like that through the holes. So you're going to put the prongs through the right side of the fabric. And then this piece is going to go on the back behind the fusible fleece. So like back here. Hold on, let me get it in view here. So you're going to have your prongs coming through here. And then this piece is going to go on top of the prongs. So let me go ahead and fuse my fleece and put my piece through the back, and then I'm going to show you, how to put down the prongs and like secure that. Okay, so I fused on my fusible fleece, and then I pushed my little piece here through the back just like this. Let me just zoom out a little so we can see a little better here. Okay, then I'm going to put my little metal piece on top of those little spikes or prongs or whatever you want to call them. I prefer to fold mine inside, like toward the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I use a wooden point turner to do that because it's really hard on the fingers to get it to go. So I just use this and push down. It takes a bit of work to get it down. And then the other side, push down like that and make it nice and tight and flat, just like that. So then you have your snap secured. Okay, next part is when we're going to take our front piece. So you have your, let me zoom out a little more so we can see here. We have our front piece, and then the flat edge is going to be where the wallet comes together. So you have like your wallet, it's going to be like this and like this, right? So this is going to be your bottom edge, and this is going to be your top edge, just like with your lining. So when it comes to putting in the other half of the snap, you're going to do it on this side, okay? But we're not quite ready to do that yet. Just so you know where it's going to go though. And if you want to like go ahead and put your fusible fleece on here, you can just go ahead and do that. It's going to be, once you're ready to put it in, the measurement is going to be 1.5 inches down. So if you want to just measure like, 1.5 inches from the top, like that, that's pretty much like the center of where it's going to be. So you can go ahead and just press that down, and then it's ready to go. Then you already have this inside like waiting for you. And now a little tip, I did speak with Jerry Richards, the creator of this pattern. She gave me permission to share the tip that, and I don't know if I did this 100% right like she told me, but she said because it gets thick on the edges because you have all your pockets, she said you could very carefully trim down the edges of your foam like that. And so it kind of looks like a mouse ate mine, but I trimmed it down as carefully as I could. I have like these really small, like sharp little scissors, and I did it, very carefully like that. Not all the way through, but kind of like at a graded edge. So that's how I did it. That's a tip from her. I've never done it before, making one of these, so it's going to be a first time for me. So why don't we go ahead? We're going to put our pieces right sides together, so like this and like this, and then we're going to sew all the way around with a 1/4 inch seam. And then we're going to leave about a 3-inch opening in the bottom. So about like this. So let's go ahead and do this, and we'll meet back here in just a couple minutes. Okay, so I have sewn around my lining piece, and I've left it open here at the bottom. I left it open about 3 inches so that we can turn it right side out. Before turning it right side out, I like to clip my corners, and then also to trim my curve pieces here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to turn it right side out, and I'm going to press it, and we'll meet back here. Okay, welcome back everybody. I hope your wallets are turning out spectacular. Mine certainly isn't perfect, but hey, we're all doing the best we can, right? So we have our bottom of our wallet with our zipper pocket, our openings down here with our little piece of fusible fleece tucked in there because we need to add our second half of the snap. So your wallet's gonna end up going like this and then like this, just like that. So we have our top half here. For the bottom half, I've pressed kind of my seam here because I'm gonna eventually close that. But you're going to take your ruler, and for the bottom snap, you're gonna measure 1.5 inches. So I'm just gonna take my ruler like this, and I'm gonna put it at 1.5 inches from the top, and I'm just gonna draw myself a little line like that. And then my snap is going to come down here, so I kind of just want to mark where exactly my snap is going to go. So I'm just kind of lining it up, you know, by sight, just like this, so that I know exactly where it is. So I'm just going to put my markings here because I have my little piece here. So you're going to very carefully, now this is the tricky part, you know, you don't want it to go through the pocket, so you only want it to go through this front piece with the foam on it. So you're very carefully going to take your piece here. It doesn't want to let go. There we go. So you're going to go ahead and take whatever scissor or however you want to cut, like I have it marked like that, where the prongs are going to go in. So I'm just going to very carefully snip that, just like that. You're going to put your piece in there. So it's going to come out just kind of like this. And then you're going to take your other piece, your securing piece, and then you're going to push down the prongs just like how we did with the first one. So I use like a tool because it hurts my fingers. I can't do it. So just like that. And then press down the other side. Just like that. So then you have your piece in here and in here, just like that. And then you can, if you use the heat erasable pen, you just heat it and it's all gone. So last step is that we're going to go ahead and you can either hand stitch or you can machine stitch this closed. I prefer to do a top stitch, and I like to top stitch all the way around the wallet. However, it gets a bit tricky when you're doing like this edge because it's very thick. So just take your time and be careful with it. When you're and you don't have to do it, it's optional. When you're done, let's meet back here and we will, everyone can show their wallets. All right, everybody, I am so happy that I got to share this tutorial with all of you, and I really hope that in the comments you'll post a picture of your wallets and even your Stella purses. So here's my finished project. And now, those of you that saw my first video, I had mentioned I was gonna make a a purse and matching wallet for my mom for her birthday. So here is my final product. Here's the purse. Here is the wallet. These are fabrics that my mom actually picked out herself. So I'm very excited. Her birthday is September 22nd. She'll be 75. And I'm super excited to give this set to her because I know that she's gonna love it. That's like the inside here with the little key fob, and then her wallet. So I'm gonna also, I think I'm gonna put like some gift cards in here for her, like maybe for a back massage or, you know, just some fun things so that she can enjoy herself. Please feel free to comment, feel free to share your projects. I really would love to see everybody's, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. In the future, I am planning on doing a tutorial on how I make zipper pouches out of candy bags, and I'm also going to do a tutorial on how to make a log cabin quilted Santa ornament. So keep looking for those. Those are going to be in the near future. Thank you so much for all your time, and best wishes to you all.